My guess is that you're already convinced that the mental well-being of your team members is really important. And that's exactly why we're here. Many people are saying, look, what do we do about it? What's the solution? What can we do? And the nice thing is we have the answer for you. Our program, Spot It, is a simple, practical answer, a method that anyone can learn. They can utilize it really in the moment that they're feeling the stress and anxiety. And overall, when they practice it, it's like a muscle that gets stronger. Their stress and anxiety overall starts to go down. I'm so grateful that we have the opportunity to share this method with you. And I want to tell you a little bit more about it. It's very simple. It's based on 4 steps. The founder of the program, his name was Dr. Abraham Lowe, back in the 30s, used to tell people, don't confuse the simplicity with the power of it. The 4 steps are, step 1, you start to identify the situation that's causing the stress and anxiety. That may sound so obvious, but you'll learn in the course why that isn't, and you'll learn to get better at it and why that in and of itself starts to alleviate much of the stress and anxiety. The second step is understanding what are the symptoms I'm feeling. They can be physical symptoms or thought symptoms. And again, that seems obvious, but in the course you'll learn why it's really important to identify those symptoms. The third is the star of the show, da-da-da. It's the spots, where the course gets its name. And the spots are these phrases, cognitive phrases. This is a cognitive behavioral technique. Dr. Lowe was maybe the inventor of it, in all honesty. And what he realized was that so much of the stress and anxiety we experience is not the actual situation, which I always thought it was. It's my reaction to it. So it seems so simple. If you can change your reaction to the situation, you're going to change how you feel. And that is the simple honesty of how this works. But he went a step further. He gave us the new phrases, the new thoughts to have. They're like tools, just like you have a screw, you're not going to hit it with a hammer or saw. You put the screwdriver and you turn it, you tighten the screw. Same thing, these phrases become your friends. They become your tools. And I want to share just 3 of them. In the course, you'll learn, in the beginning, you get a short list, they're like 40, but over time, you'll learn more and more. Like a carpenter, you'll just get better at it. You'll know what phrases to use. One of our favorite ones is, don't talk to anyone who's not in the room with you. Now, that may seem obvious, but when you get in your head, something happened, and now you're driving in the car, you're revisiting that whole conversation, you're having the conversation back and forth. What you don't realize is there's nothing wrong with that, but you start to realize that's actually turning up your stress and anxiety. So when you notice yourself doing it, you pull that one out. Ooh, don't talk to anyone who's not in a room with me. Another great one is perfection is a hope, a dream, an illusion. I'll repeat that one. Perfection is a hope, a dream, an illusion. Dr. Lowe taught that we spot it because we're not even conscious we're doing it, but so often the stress is coming because we have this perfectionism that we're expecting out of someone else or for ourselves. But when you notice it happening, you pull out that spot, that tool, you apply it to the situation, it immediately works yourself down. And you'll learn many more. There's another part to that step 3 called self-endorsement, where you learn how to give yourself a pat on the back instead of what most of us have a habit of beating ourselves up. And you'll also learn why that's so important. And the 4th step is identifying our success. That's where you've grown. Remember when you were a little kid, or maybe you have children, you put a mark on the doorstep, on the doorpost, and you realize how much you've grown, and that gives you a little boost of enthusiasm. Same thing here. So we're excited you're here, and we're really excited because this method is going to really, really have a big impact on your team members and their mental well-being and their productivity. Something like 40% of the productivity in workplaces are negatively affected simply by stress and anxiety. So imagine, other than the human element of helping people, how much you're going to affect the productivity of your organization. And we're also excited because very soon, if you click on this link and you learn how we can bring this to you, you'll join the ever-growing community, worldwide community of organizations who are proud to say, Spot It is spoken here.